When you are young, you take a lot of terrible decisions and do a lot of mistakes. Go and experiment the world and deal with many types of people. You learn to love and you learn to hate. Some grow in a loving and caring environment, and some do in the most horrible of atmospheres. Some grow in a more developed part of the world, and others in a not so developed one. That's how life is, and that's what life will be. I never considered myself as the smartest man alive by any means. I have had my own streak of bad decisions, and I have learned from my experiences. And I'll say that's the most important thing to learn, that you recognize your mistakes and learn from them. Being accountable for your wrongdoing sucks. It really does. But the most important lessons from my life have come from that sense of accountability. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Not all of the time I've been honest with myself or others, but just like I told you in my last video, sometimes you just gotta cheat the game in order to win, especially when you know that the other person has an unfair advantage over you, because anyone can feel comfortable when things are go their own way or when they're winning, but when they're losing, oftentimes, or more that I like to admit, people will resort to their cheapest tricks just to gain the advantage over you. Life, my friend, won't be fair. When someone confronts me in a honorable way, which there's been like counting cases of my life so far, I'll just admit defeat, learn, and come back. I will come back later for a second round. If I lose to a cheater or someone dishonest, I will admit defeat, learn from my experience, and never go back, because I know I'm going to get cheated anyways, and that will be a dumb decision. If I don't have any other choice, I'll use what I learned, make a plan, get rid of my morality, and I won't play fair. When I was younger, I used to be more short fused and a troublemaker. Yes, I was a problem child. I used to get back home with a report to my parents that they needed to present themselves because their son had gotten into a fight with someone at school, that their son had disrespected the teacher in front of class, and many more. And but being like that, as time passed, I learned from my mistakes and became a better person over time. At least that's what I like to believe. As time moves on, you'll see that many things that made you mad won't matter anymore. And not because you literally don't care about them, but because you have developed uh, like some sort of more thick skin and that mental maturity, that you'll soon begin to see life from a different perspective, and you'll begin to rely on your experience to handle situations more effectively and not lose valuable energy on things that don't matter, that only drain your energy, your own energy levels. God damn. And when you are in your 30s, you'll need every ounce possible. Like, believe me, I didn't believe until I got there, like just 4 years ago. um, Getting back on not caring about the problems, for me, that has been my experience so far, and that doesn't mean I don't get mad nor angry at things, or that I get anxious about certain life situations. I do, but I started to realize I have more control over myself, and it's easier for me to have control over my actions and words now than I was years back. People at work oftentimes mistake my personality as someone who's always mad. As for most of the time, I show a calm demeanor. I see people mistake calm and serious for someone mad and grumpy. I don't fight back anymore nor explain myself. I just let people do their own speculations and try not to get mad. I understand that people's perception change over time. People nowadays seem to see calm individuals as conflictive, and conflictive has become the new norm. It's like modern society has become programmed to be in a constant state of conflict between one another. Then when someone who thinks in a more cool with a more cool mind, sorry, and tries to rationalize things, they are seen as the bad guys. Or I'm just getting old. I'm just getting old at this point. I really don't know what is happening. Perhaps it's just age. Perhaps it's just that. It's just age. I know that I'm not that old, but at the same time, I know that I'm not that young. But I feel like I always seen the world through a different set of eyes than the rest of the other individuals. And I know I'm not alone in this. I know someone out there may share the same view, and also or have the same type of personality I have. It's one of the greatest things I believe has happened to me since I started watching YouTube. And now that I started to become this content creator, that I know that there's people I can relate with. Thanks to this platform and others, I got to know people around the world, and some are. I know that some are going through something similar, and others have a different perspective on life, and it makes it interesting. I always like to encourage people to speak out their minds because there's always room for debate, and in that debate you'll get to learn about others and grab where it serves you and make it better, and then transmit that knowledge to someone else. To some extent, I'd always been like, I always feel like I don't fit, like I'm the odd one out. I don't go out that much anymore, and if I do, I like to go out alone to places I want to visit. Like I go and visit local coffee shops. I just love coffee, manga stores, video game stores, and in some cases I'll go to the movies. I spend time with my family. Please don't take me as a loner. All of my old friends work now, and I don't they don't have time to go out anymore. So I just stop asking, and I go out alone at times. Sometimes I even talk to a stranger out on the street just to get to know someone. Uh, I only had a few real friends growing up. I never like grown too attached to anyone, so for me, not seeing them really didn't not affected me that much. I understood at a young age that people come and go. That's been my luck so far, and that's how life is. At the moment of making this video, I don't really have any close relationship with anyone. When I get out of work now, I only focus on my channel and other projects I've been developing at my own pace, that I like to share with you in the future. And I'm interested to know what type of kid were you. Leave a comment below and let me know. Did you get into fights? Were you also the explosive type? And now that you are older, you have become like more laid back. I'm genuinely curious to know. Um, this troublemaker tendency started when I got into puberty. As a kid, I was also like I am now, calm and laid back. I've always had that reputation in my family, but when I got into high school and even my early 20s, my life changed and became problematic, and I had little control over my emotions. I believe this started when some of my classmates bullied me, and I felt the need to defend myself. So I developed like this defensive type of personality where I felt like I was under so much pressure that affected me in so many ways. So I became more aggressive and edgy, to the point they just stopped bullying me. Um, the word that I was becoming a problem to my family got to my grandpa, that one day he gave me a phone call and he told me that he needed to talk to me. One day I got to his home and I remember he was doing some gardening when he told me to sit down and have some tea with him. He started the conversation telling me that he knew I was having issues with my behavior and the way I talked to people, that I needed to correct my ways before it was too late. That if I desired, I could visit him on Saturday mornings, and help him clean his home. I always knew Grandpa had his ways of doing things. For me, he became like my Mr. Miyagi, if you would. Every morning I went with him. He every morning that I went with him, sorry, he would start our day with meditation. He will make me take out the trash. Sometimes paint the house. Other times he will make me go out and do errands for him. And after all that, we will finish our day. I will finish a day with him teaching me how to box. Yeah, my believe it or not, my grandpa, even being old, he practiced martial arts. Grandpa uh, taught me discipline, patience, self care, responsibility, and self awareness. Uh, my life changed thanks to my family, and I always be grateful. Nowadays, my routine has changed. I still have problems like anyone else. My life isn't perfect. I started practicing box a long time ago, and I only change it just to jogging in the morning. But because life circumstances, I need to change and adapt to a new lifestyle where I can fit everything new I do because of content creation and life responsibilities. Because I'm starting to see love candles appear. I'm getting fat, not so fat like fat, but I'm getting fat, man. I need to take exercising with more seriously. My name is Jaco, and I'm here to tell you to take it easy. If you are young now and watching this, I want you to know that everything will be fine. Believe me. Learn from your mistakes and always try to get along with everyone you meet. People come and go. Don't take anything personal. Practice self awareness. And eat some chocolate chip cookies with coffee. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Oh my god, I'm getting fat, man. I'm getting so fat. Wait, where did I leave my. Where are those cookies?